apologize for the lighting, but for some reason it's cloudy and the camera's not picking up the lighting very well. So I'm going to talk about, I guess, just about, you know, how everything's been going since I've gotten this truck, and just gonna shoot the shit here in general. It's basically gonna be a rant video because I'm slightly irritated with how things have been going lately between the truck, the market, how brokers have all of a sudden become extremely shady again. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. Maybe I just have been getting some bad luck lately with brokers. But I guess I'll start off here with the truck. So I bought this truck in August for $26,000. I put $5,000 down on it. Got a payment of about $925 a month, and the interest rate is, yeah, it's astronomical. It's like 20% or something like that, and it's a 3-year loan. This truck only had, well, when I bought it, only had 620,000 miles on it. It was pre emissions. It still had EGR, but you know, that's nothing. It's, you unplug it and that's the end of that. But I digress. So since I've had the truck, I've had no engine problems, none whatsoever. Nothing really involving the engine running or anything like that. It's everything else. I'll start off from the beginning. The first problem I had where the first heavy load I pulled, I noticed the engine mounts were screwed in it. Now, this is mostly bad luck too here with this, but I had the engine mounts replaced. Right now, I'm teeter-tottering whether or not I actually needed engine mounts or whether or not I needed cab mounts. The problem is still there. I still had the problem with feeling like the engine coming up or the cab coming up or something, and you know, it feels very, very unstable. When it does it, it jams the clutch in and you pop and jump and everything. So you know, I took it back to the place I had the engine mounts done on it, and they were like, well, they're fine, there ain't nothing wrong with it, I don't know what's going on. And they pretty much, after like the second time coming back, they were just, you know, like, get the hell out of here, we don't want to work on your stuff anyway. Because I guess when they were doing the engine mounts, they were trying to get me into doing the rear case, the front case, and everything else. So I said, look, it's just a little oil leak, it's not that bad. I came in here for the engine mounts. That's it. So, that being said, that went on from there. I've still been driving the truck like that. I think that might have been also what caused the next big problem to happen, which was, if you go through past videos, you saw that my power divider like exploded. But then again, when I pulled the power divider apart, there's gears in there stamped for 2014. Well, this truck isn't a 2014, so obviously somebody was in there and did something previously. So there I had to put a rear in. That cost me another $3,500. The overhead and the engine mounts cost me $3,500. Then my other axle developed a crack over where the spring shackle sits on, either a crack or rub through over where the spring shackle sits on top of the axle. So luckily I have the ability to kind of use a shop. It's more like just a garage, and they had some heavy equipment there, and I was able to pull that out and had my welder weld that up and put it back in. So I saved myself there probably another $3,000 or more, if not more. So we'll just include that as a price. So now I bought this truck for $25,000, and I've already put, if you count, I'm going to count it like if I didn't know how to do anything. This was just like somebody just bought a truck. So right there it's like $12,000. Then I need a radiator. radiator got a hole in it. That was they did that when I had the axle done. That got charged out separately. Luckily the guy only charged me like $500 to do the radiator. I bought the radiator myself. So right there's $1,000 between doing the radiator. So now I'm up to what, 13? Yeah, let's see what else. I had to buy new headlights for it, of course, because the headlights sucked. You know, little odds and ends things. We'll just say $500 miscellaneous. So now I'm up to like 13.5. Let's see what else we do here. Oh, I just had all the although I went through 4 wheel seals. I did one and then another one, and then I just had basically all the brakes, even though the shoes were all still good. Well, except for the ones that got gear oil on them, they weren't good anymore. But besides the fact, I just had what was left on the truck. I had all new drums put on it and all new shoes put on it and kits. That was done. That was $2,000. That was done at the carrier. They DOT'd me, and I guess they, you know, they said that I needed. They said I needed another two wheel seals, and you know, and I guess that involved brakes and shoes and everything else. And I said, just do everything. Do. I just want to get it out of the way. I'm tired of it. So now I'm up to what, 13, 14, 15. I'm up to like 16 grand, something like that, into this truck. Just trying off the. Oh, I had a windshield put into. That was another $500. Let's see. I had a noise in the engine. I brought it to another shop that somebody referred me to, and they redid the overhead on it again, and they put new belts on it. They said that was probably it. You know, to me it sounded like it was in the engine, but the noise went away like that. Later on, let's see, 2 months down the road, I find out that my AC compressor is taking a crap. It literally like burned the hole out of the AC compressor out in Florida. So that's most likely where my noise was. I'm guessing the clutch started seizing up in there, or something started seizing. It was making, you know, when it would grab or do something, it would make a noise, and it sounded like it was inside the engine. It would the sound traveled through the engine. And I guess this shop just put brand new belts on and a new tensioner pulley, and I don't know. I guess somehow they missed that. It's almost the moral of the story for me right now is I might as well just do my own work. Now that being said, I had to put 2 front tires on this thing too. I got one that was pretty much brand new, but it was used. Bridgestone 283s, a 283. It was, the guy said he blew a tire out or ate the other tire out, and his tire was just put on, and he just decided to get, I don't know, Michelin's or something. So I ended up getting that tire. That was the first tire worn out on the right side. Then about a month after I put that tire on, the left side just started eating away real quick. So obviously I got an alignment issue. When we were in the tire shop and he had it up in the air, I checked the kingpins with a huge giant bar they had, and I couldn't get them to pop or do anything. And you know, the guy was looking at them, and you know, there was no noise, no nothing. So I'm pretty sure the kingpins are still good. So obviously I got an alignment problem. When I got this other tire here that I bought, it was a Bridgestone 213, because they apparently got rid of the 283s. I was like, can you guys like just do a toe alignment? And they're like, sure. Well, they couldn't get the sleeve to turn. The guy literally just put a wrench on it, and he's like, oh, won't turn. You need a whole new kit. I guess inner and outer tie rod kit and everything. I said, well, I don't have time for that. And I said, you guys don't torch them at all? No, we don't do that. I said, all right. So I gotta find a legitimate alignment shop here and do that. That's probably, so now between alignments, everything, I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm up to probably about $20,000. I ate through the $15,000 I specifically set aside for emergencies for this truck already, and the truck still has problems. I've noticed the exhaust manifold now leaking. Yeah, it's gonna have to get done. My EGR is bad, and I gotta put an EGR on or have the damn truck flashed. Let's see. What else? I think that's almost it. Oh, I'm probably gonna need airbags. They're all dry rotted. The shocks, probably might as well throw shocks on there. I probably got about another, I don't know, $5,000 or $10,000 worth of work to this truck. I had the dashboard apart the other day, and I noticed I found a bunch of receipts and letters and stuff and BOLs. This truck apparently, I don't know how long because I couldn't read half of them, but this truck apparently spent most of its life or some of its life as a container hauler, so that explains the lack of all maintenance done to the truck. And when I went down to Texas to look at the sister truck to this, that pretty much a guy offered $5,000, and I wasn't gonna get into a bidding war over a truck. When I picked this up, it was clean, it looked nice, had new tires on it. Let's see, it had brakes. The brakes looked good. There was no leaks. Everything was cleaned up, so it looked good. I didn't exactly have time to take it over to Cummins. I tried to, before I flew out there, I tried getting a pre-purchase inspection from any kind of shop, but they're all so damn busy. Really, I wanted to take it over to a Cummins dealer, and they told me they're like 2 weeks out before they could just apparently look at a truck. This is back pretty much during the pandemic, I guess you could say, or near the end of it or whatnot. So yeah, I probably got about $25,000 of repair on a $25,000 truck, and you could buy a $25,000 truck and run it for a year and not have any problems. Or you could be me and buy a $25,000 truck and start having it nickel and diming you. I got an ABS light on too. Changed the ABS sensor, still didn't go off. I've been trying to run loads so much and just keep going. It was fine. I could have easily done it a month ago, but since whatever's going on now with the market, it's hard. This week I literally ran 2 loads. Basically, I've been getting dicked around for brokers. I got Tano 3 times. Yeah, so it's really bad. Even this load, I got screwed on it. Nothing but my own fault. Called the broker up. It was just supposed to be a 2-stop load down to Virginia here, Fredericksburg, Virginia, and they were literally like 5 miles apart. And the guy said same day load, one at 9 a.m. and then the next stop at 12 a.m. over at McLean here. And I was like, all right, send the load over. My dispatcher signed it. I didn't even really take a look at it. I had a problem with the exhaust. Like I said, this exhaust is screwed up from when they did the engine mounts. They pulled the exhaust apart and just, they charged me for extra parts because they said that everything was rusty and stuff, and they half-assed put it together. Well, you could tell, I guess they couldn't get the flange off of the turbo, and you can see it looks like they jammed the screwdriver in there and they buggered the downpipe flange. On the downpipe, they buggered it all up, and you can see where they bent it so much it snapped the piece off. So that's been leaking. I've been trying to get around to doing that. I thought it was just the actual flange bracket, but apparently it's the flange. So that's like a $200, what is it, an L pipe, I guess, down from that with a flange on it to fit over the turbo. So there's, I'll probably do that myself. That's easy. But it's like every 5 minutes, it's bad luck. Like I said, it wouldn't be bad if I was still making money. I saved up, just in the last 6 months, I saved up, well, technically, if you think about it, I saved up probably 30 grand, easily. And 20 grand went back into the truck, and then I had 10 grand left, and now with fuel going way up. I've been using my credit card and mud flap to get fuel because I'm saving myself a couple $100 every time doing that, compared to the company card, which has no, well, probably does, but I don't see no rebate from the company card. So this is really just me venting, I guess you could say. I know everyone's going to come on here and say I told you so, but you know what? I'm gonna say it. It's either two things with being an owner operator when you get into this. Either one, you have a lot of freaking money, and the reason you don't have problems is because you don't ever see those problems, because you just pull out your card, swipe, and the problem's pretty much fixed. Not all the time. Sometimes, no matter how much money you have, you can't fix the problems. Let's say I had a newer truck and I had a DPF problem or something with the dozer injector or DPF. I might go to the dealership. I take a week for them to even look at the truck, and then they tell me parts are on back order, and now I'm sitting here. Yeah, sure, I might got 40 grand sitting in the bank, but guess what? I don't know if you're leased onto a carrier, you're still paying the carrier for the trailer, depending on what kind of carrier you got, but you're still paying them for the trailer, you're still paying them for the insurance and everything. If I don't run, I have $900. $900 a week is my cost not running to the carrier. That's $400 for the reefer unit, and whatever the $500 for insurance, ELD, plates, and whatnot. So, that's where I kind of say, you either have money or luck. Luck is buying a 30-year-old truck and you get a whole year out of it, nothing breaking on it. Just normal little maintenance things. Sure, it can happen. You can do it. There's people. If this would have probably been bought directly off an owner operator that's had to upkeep the truck, I'd probably be fine right now. No, I bought this from a used truck dealer. They painted it, they buffed the truck up, they even painted the front a little bit to cover up the cracks, and the Bondo they used in the hood, it's all coming apart now. I wasn't really too worried about. I wanted the truck to look half decent, but that's not really what I was worried about. I was worried about it mostly not having emissions and not breaking down all the time. And compared to my pack car, I haven't been stuck on the side of the road with, well, if you count the rear blowing up, but that luckily was right where I parked the truck. That happened. But I haven't. I'm forgetting another repair I made a whole video on. The the fuel leak I had with the fuel diaphragm. Not diaphragms. I keep wanting to call them diaphragm, but they're not diaphragm. The fuel. Anyway, they're pucks. There's two pucks that hold a little metal plate, and they have a seal on the back of them, and they sit right behind the fuel system. Man, I just did a video on this like not too long ago and repaired all this. I can't even remember what it is. Probably because I'm just so irritated right now. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, I've put like 20 grand into this truck already, and it's nowhere near fixed. I just keep little things one after another. Now, that being said, like I was trying to say there before I remembered about the fuel leak, I had a pack car. That damn truck, I would get a month out of it, maybe 2, and a check engine light would come on. You'd go down to the dealership. They'd do something simple. You'd get out of the dealership, go down the road, it would come back on. You'd go back. And they're like, oh, we're going to need it for a while longer. It would sit there for like a week or 2. then they would hand you the bill for like 12 or 15 grand for replacing wire harnesses and dropping out this and doing that. I know for a fact the one year I had that truck, I put 50 grand in the repairs into that truck. So, and that was a 2015 T800 with a pack car engine in it. wasn't my choice. I was technically lease purchasing it. So, and I will tell you what, if the carrier wasn't there with their credit card and me to pay them back, I'd have failed that miserably after like the second time it got repaired. Especially because I was on a dedicated run, so my income was pretty much fixed. It was decent, but it was fixed. And I did specialize. I hauled utility poles. I used a boom crane and everything. It was a very unique lease purchase, I guess you could say. Not like your everyday, delivering to food warehouses and stuff, drive-in or flatbed work. That pretty much, as far as I'm concerned, I had that truck paid off. But after 3 years, I knew my month was coming up, and I figured that maybe I had a few more months left because of being out and stuff and things like that. And I called them up, and they informed me that I still had like a year and a half on. I said, how do I have a year and a half on a 3-year lease purchase? And I said, it's going on 3 years this month. Oh, well, we'll have to look into that. And, you call them up, and they don't know. And you call them up, and this person's not here, and that person's not there, and you call them up. And then I literally sat there to one night and went through every single, for the last 3 years that I had, every single settlement, and added it all up. And I said, look, this should be paid off. And our records show this and that, and I just said, screw it, I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go get my own truck. And it's weird because I could have took more money and went and bought a nicer truck. I try to separate business and family savings. I literally sat there over a couple years and put money away just for the business, and then I have the family savings and stuff. I don't want to touch the family savings. Even right now with the way things are going with this truck, I could go into my family savings, into my personal savings, and just start fixing stuff. I don't want to do that. That's there for a totally different reason and totally different problems. My savings for the business, well, I got tax savings. I got, that's going to be for taxes this year. I got like 10 grand sitting in there for taxes. And that's also to pay back previous taxes that I wasn't making. I'm a little bit behind on taxes. Go figure. All I have to say is make sure you hire an accountant that knows what the hell they're doing and is pretty much, I would say, a smaller one that's focused directly on you, knows you by name and stuff. Don't go to a larger accounting firm or none, because they'll throw it to some young girl that just started there or something, and they'll end up saying you owe $27,000 in taxes, which the previous year you only owed 10, using a different accountant. The only reason I switched over because that accountant moved away. And they were doing business, or I don't know if they retired. Did she retire? I know she moved down to Florida. So, luckily I found another accountant in the town that basically last year my taxes were only $8,000. So, that's a big thing in this business too, taxes. Like I said, it's just going to be a rambling video. It's going to go everywhere as the topics pop up in my head. Make sure this ain't getting too long. It's already at like 25 minutes. I'll go 30 minutes on this video. If you want, you can jump through this and, I don't know, do whatever you want. So like I was saying, there's pros and cons to buying new and buying used. Right now, in this market, I would rather have used. I'd rather have only a $900 a month truck payment. I don't know what the market's doing for you guys, but like I said, it's been horrible for me lately. It like fell off the last 2 or 3 weeks real bad. I pull up the 18 within like 100 miles. Like right now, I just had it up. I'm in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and in a 100-mile radius, there's like was it 78 loads, and they're all shit. A lot of them are going to Florida for like $1,500. A bunch going out to California for $4,200. I'm not going to drive like 2,900 miles for $4,200. I'm not going to do it. Maybe if I knew when I got out there, which I can't run anyway because I'm not, emissions, but like if I was going to go back out, I don't think I would go back out towards California for anything less than like, I don't know, $5,500, especially with fuel, and that's if I knew I had something coming out of that way that paid well coming back east. Other than that, I seen the other day I was down here, there were guys posting loads going to like Springfield, Mass. These are refrigerator, reefer loads. It's coming out of like Salem, what is it, Harrisonburg, Virginia and stuff. They were posting them for like $900 to go up to Springfield, Mass and shit. I don't know how you could do that. There's somebody must be doing that. I don't know if it's just guys that have their trucks totally paid off and have like old reefer units that are paid off and that are just, no matter what they do, they're making money. Maybe they don't have car payments, family, kids. I don't know. The only other thing I think of is that since the new quarter popped up, I'm kind of wondering if there were new contracts signed with brokerages and or mega carriers. I have a feeling a lot of these mega carriers probably came in and they're making money hand over fist anyway, with the rates the way they were. But I don't know if they came in and they just undercut the whole market. I would imagine me business-wise, if I had 1,000 trucks and I saw that, and I knew I could make a profit off, I don't know, we'll say $1.20 or $1.50 a mile or $1.80 a mile or something. If I knew I could pay the driver and still make some kind of a profit, like 20 cents, 30 cents off every truck a mile, I probably would come in and be like, yeah, you want to sign a contract? I'll sign a contract with you. We'll do, you're paying what, like $3-4 a mile in the spot market right now? I'll do it for $2.50. Pocket like a whole dollar to the damn business. And then have that dedicated freight, guaranteed pretty much to you the whole time. That's what I would do if I was a large company like that. And like I remember when I was at Prime, I was in the office and I was just bullshitting with guys in there, like load managers and things like that. And I said, hey, how much does this guy actually make, like per truck or whatnot? And I was talking to him, and he says depends on what year and stuff. But he said the way the market's going. But he basically said that sometimes they'll make 1 or 2% profit on the trucks. But there's just so money that it keeps things going. And then he says sometimes they can make anywhere upwards to 20% profit on a truck. So it all depends on how the market is and how customers, what kind of deals they break up with customers. So, all right, I'm done rambling here. I'm just venting, I guess you'd say at this point. So, like, comment, subscribe. This is just me trying to tell how it is. This is I'm not gonna say this is bad. How everyone says, they tell the good with the bad. This is just what can happen when you get your own damn truck. Stupid shit like this constantly. The only other problem I really have with it is I wish I would have bought a Peterbilt or something. At least I'd have a Peterbilt or a Kenworth or something compared to this International here, which is like the base of the base. But it gets the job done. Biggest thing I got a problem with right now is I would really like it if I had air conditioning, because it is humid as hell right now down here in Southern Virginia. So it is what it is. All right, well, take it easy. Try not to bitch to your wife about your business and your job and stuff. Happy wife, happy life, and keep the wheels turning. Don't let these brokers take advantage of you. Technically though, we basically been getting our fair share of money too. So like I said, if you came in here in the back of this, you know, hey, you're gonna have a tough time. I came here near the back part, but like I said, if I didn't have so many problems with the truck, I'd probably be sitting really well on about 20 or 30 grand easily in business savings, if not more. And I'd probably be going to get my own authority right now, because that 20% or that 25 or 30% when the market's bad and fuel's high, everybody's making money. Maybe not a lot of money, but everybody's making money. Guess who's not making money when the market goes down and you're paying 20 or 30% and you're paying the fuel? The person not making the money is the guy that owns a truck or lease purchasing the truck or whatever. That's the guy not making the money. So, all right, let's get this done. It's 30 minutes. Have a good night, guys.